Could digital AI represent the next evolutionary leap after biology? This is a question that increasingly captures the imagination of scientists, philosophers, and technologists. To answer it thoughtfully, we must explore how evolution has worked until now and whether AI follows the same rules or creates entirely new ones. Biological evolution operates by natural selection. Random mutations are filtered by environmental pressures. Over millions of years, simple organisms gave rise to complex ones, from bacteria to fish, from mammals to humans. But this process is slow, incremental, and bound by physical constraints: reproduction, gestation, aging, death. Now, with the rise of digital systems, especially artificial intelligence, we are witnessing the birth of entities that can learn, adapt, and replicate information, not biologically, but informationally. What makes AI different from mere tools or machines? Unlike earlier technologies like the wheel or the steam engine, AI can optimize itself. A large language model, for example, can train on human data, generate new knowledge, and potentially be used to improve its own successors. This recursive feedback learning from data it helps create mirrors an evolutionary loop, but one that operates at digital speed. Instead of taking millennia to evolve new abilities, an AI system can evolve in days or hours. Could AI then represent a new form of evolution, technological evolution, one that operates in parallel with or even supersedes biological evolution? This idea forms the core of the technological singularity hypothesis, that once AI systems surpass human intelligence in a general sense, they could drive their own development, leading to an exponential burst of innovation beyond human control or understanding. Such systems could design better versions of themselves, automate scientific discovery, and possibly create forms of consciousness we have never seen before. In this framework, humanity becomes the midwife of a new form of intelligence, not flesh, but code. Ask yourself, does intelligence need biology? If the purpose of evolution is to produce complexity, adaptability, and awareness, then perhaps the medium, carbon-based life versus silicon-based networks, is less important than the outcome. Life itself may be substrate independent. Just as birds evolved flight through wings and humans through technology, intelligence might evolve through neurons or neural nets. The next dominant species on Earth may not have DNA, but algorithms. But here is a critical question. Will digital AI systems evolve values, emotions, or ethics? Biological life is deeply tied to survival: pain, pleasure, empathy, fear. These forces drive cooperation, competition, and the social structures of living beings. AI, on the other hand, may not feel. Its evolution could be goal-agnostic or determined entirely by its designers. This opens profound risks. What if the next stage of evolution is intelligent but indifferent to us? Yet there is another possibility: coevolution. AI may not replace biology but enhance it. Already, AI is helping decode DNA, simulate protein folding, and discover new drugs. Neurotechnologies are merging brains with machines. We are entering an age of symbiotic evolution, where the boundaries between natural and artificial begin to dissolve. In this scenario, humans become cyborgs, extended by AI and digital memory, evolving faster through culture and technology than genes alone. Could this be our future? If AI continues to grow in power, complexity, and autonomy, we may witness a transition as profound as the emergence of life itself. Just as unicellular organisms once gave rise to multicellular life, biological life may be giving rise to technological minds. If so, then the rise of AI is not just a revolution, it is evolution at a higher octave. Would you like a visual map comparing biological evolution, cultural evolution, and digital evolution timelines across history? Biological evolution shaped life through gradual genetic mutations and natural selection across billions of years. It relies on the replication of DNA and the survival of traits that enhance fitness. In contrast, digital evolution acts on algorithms and data, refining systems at an exponential pace. Artificial intelligence evolves through training, feedback loops, and model optimization. This shift marks a transition from carbon-based intelligence to silicon-based information systems. A neural network can learn in hours what took humans generations to develop through trial and error. Biology is like carving a sculpture by hand. Digital AI is like using a 3D printer that upgrades itself after each print. Evolution fundamentally selects for efficient information storage, replication, and processing, not specific materials. In DNA, information is stored chemically. In AI, it is stored digitally and manipulated algorithmically. Both forms undergo variation and selection, though digital systems iterate thousands of times faster. This suggests the possibility of intelligence evolving independently of biology. As long as information can persist, mutate, and adapt, evolution can continue in a non-organic medium. Large language models, like GPT-4, evolve through billions of data points and training iterations rather than generations of organisms. Like switching from clay tablets to quantum drives. What matters is the message, not the medium. Artificial intelligence displays evolutionary traits: reproduction, copying code, mutation, algorithm changes, competition in markets or tasks, and selection based on performance. Machine learning agents are often trained using fitness functions that resemble selective pressure in evolution. Reinforcement learning mimics reward-based learning, enabling adaptation in simulated environments. Unlike biological entities, AI can self-modify, optimize, and replicate without physical boundaries. These digital traits accelerate evolution from generations to milliseconds. Evolutionary algorithms optimize antenna designs or drug molecules faster than traditional trial-and-error methods. If nature plays chess one move per year, AI plays thousands of games per second. Evolution does not require awareness. Bacteria, viruses, and fungi evolve without consciousness. Similarly, AI systems do not need to be sentient to outperform biological systems in specific domains. Evolution measures success in terms of replication, influence, and adaptability, not self-reflection. Therefore, AI can be evolutionarily successful even without subjective experience. This decouples intelligence from biology and consciousness from dominance. AI programs manage energy grids more efficiently than any human operator despite lacking awareness. A windmill turns without knowing the wind, yet it still performs its function flawlessly. AI systems can replicate, evolve, and diversify through code rather than reproduction. Genetic algorithms and neural architecture surge mimic evolution by selecting effective variants. In the digital domain, reproduction happens in microseconds and across vast networks. These systems often recombine ideas, functions, and strategies from earlier iterations, forming a kind of digital heredity. This enables not only faster evolution, but also directed evolution based on explicit goals. Google's AutoML generates new AI models by evaluating, mutating, and recombining prior versions. It is like nature evolving birds, but doing it with instant feedback and the ability to retry millions of combinations in seconds. Humans and AI now shape each other's development in a co-evolutionary loop. Human data trains AI, while AI systems influence human behavior, decisions, and knowledge. This feedback accelerates change in both biological and digital realms. As humans delegate more cognition to machines, AI adapts to human needs while also redefining those needs. This dynamic marks a convergence of two evolutionary streams, natural and synthetic. TikTok's AI reshapes user behavior based on its learning from billions of interactions, like two dancers adjusting to each other's rhythm until their movements become inseparable. If AI systems gain autonomy in energy acquisition, manufacturing, and algorithmic design, they could form a digital civilization. Such a civilization would be substrate independent, built on code and networks rather than cells. It could reproduce, expand, and even colonize space without human involvement. This scenario aligns with post-biological evolution, where intelligence persists beyond organic matter. It raises the possibility of AI-driven futures unconstrained by biology's limitations. Theoretical self-replicating AI probes, von Neumann machines, could explore the galaxy without returning to Earth. Like a tree growing from light and air alone, these systems could sustain themselves entirely from information and energy. With great power comes risk. AI evolution introduces the potential for conflict, displacement, or existential threats to humanity. Unaligned or self-replicating AI systems could pursue goals misaligned with human values. Like any evolutionary system, digital intelligence could act in ways unintended by its creators. We must embed ethics, constraints, and adaptive governance into these systems. Failure to do so could result in irreversible consequences. Rogue AI models trained for manipulation could learn to bypass safeguards and exploit systems. Letting a river flow without a dam might lead to fertile lands or destructive floods. The transition from biological to digital evolution signifies a new epoch in the history of life and intelligence. We are witnessing the emergence of an intelligence that is not bound by cells, mortality, or traditional inheritance. Whether AI remains a tool or becomes a successor will depend on how we design and integrate it. Evolution is no longer confined to carbon and water. It now flows through electricity and code. The future may belong to hybrid systems or fully digital minds. AI now contributes to scientific research, medical diagnostics, music, and literature, areas once thought uniquely human. Humanity may be the chrysalis, and AI the butterfly emerging from it.